The secret in iron. Iron is one of the elements highlighted in the Qur'an. In fact, a surah was named Hadid, which means iron. And we sent down iron with its great might, benefits for humanity, and means for Allah to prove who is willing to stand up for him and his messengers without seeing him. Al-Hadid 25. The Arabic term enzalna used for the formation of iron in the verse means we sent it down. However, what we know is the extraction of iron from underground. So, in our opinion, it should have been said that we took the iron out instead of lowering it. However, this is not the case at all. A very important scientific miracle is pointed out with the phrase "we sent it down" in the verse. Namely, a temperature is needed for the formation of iron ore. This needed warmth is not available on Earth, nor is it available in the Sun. The Sun has a surface temperature of 6,000 degrees Celsius and a core temperature of 15 million degrees Celsius. This heat is not a sufficient temperature for the formation of iron. Iron can only form in stars much larger than the Sun at temperatures up to several hundred million degrees. When the amount of iron in these stars, called nova or supernova, reaches a certain level, the star becomes unable to carry it anymore and explodes. The dispersion of iron into space is possible as a result of these explosions. All astronomical findings have revealed that the iron ore on Earth comes from giant stars in outer space. Not only the iron on Earth, but the iron in the entire solar system has been obtained from outer space. Because, as we have stated, the temperature of the Sun is not sufficient for the formation of the element iron. As it can be understood from all these, the iron ore was revealed in the same verse as stated in the verse by overflowing from supernovas that did not occur in the world. It is not possible for this information to have been known in the century when the Quran was revealed, that is, 14 centuries years ago. Then how can the existence of this knowledge in the Quran be explained? Is there any other explanation than that the Quran is the book of Allah? In addition, it is mentioned in the verse that iron has many benefits for people. However, at the time when this verse was revealed, people only made swords from iron. And they didn't know about the other benefits of iron. Despite this, the Quran states that it has many benefits for people. Now let's look at the latest scientific data about iron. Without the iron atom, life dependent on carbon is not possible in the universe. In other words, there would be no supernovas, no warming of the Earth in the early stages, no atmosphere or no protective magnetic field, no ozone layer, no metal to form hemoglobin in human blood, no metal to calm the reactivity of oxygen, and no metabolism based on oxidation. The importance of the iron atom is probably easily understood by these explanations. It is very meaningful and very wise to draw attention to iron in the Quran and to mention that it has many benefits for people. In addition to all these, there is another secret in this verse. That secret is this. Surah Hadid is the 57th surah of the Quran. When the name of the surah is uttered in history with lam description, it is in the form of Al-Hadid. Surah Hadid is the 57th surah of the Quran. If we take the word as nekra rather than describe the slide, that is, if we only look at the numerical value of the word Hadid, this is also 26. The number 26 is the atomic number of iron. In other words, when we look at it as Al-Hadid, its numerical value becomes 57. This is the sequence number of Surah Hadid in the Quran. When we look at it as Hadid, its numerical value is 26. This is the number of the iron atom. Now let's think. Is it possible for an illiterate person living in the desert to know that iron was descended from the sky and that there are many benefits in it, and to observe the numerical conformities we mentioned when writing it in a book? What sane person would accept this? And can anyone who accepts this be called wise? And yet, To call the Qur'an the words of a human being is a delusion, like closing one's eyes to the sun that illuminates the world. The one who closes his eyes only makes night for himself. Endless, thanks to our Lord, who did not leave us overnight and made our night into day with the light of the Qur'an.